To viewers all across the world. Welcome to your Poetic Institute on the Weekend Show. My name is Emeka, and just a lovely conversation we've just had talking about the educational sector and reforms and how to put our educational sector in place and make it one of the pace setters in the world. As we all know, education is one of the forerunners of development and societal building. Today on Poetic Interlude, we're going to be having a poet who is going to be talking to us about war. You know, as we can see today in our society, the themes of war are prevalent. Of course, in Nigeria, we've had a civil war which was so devastating from 1967 to 1970, which we are still building from the crumbs of that. Then all around the world, we can see wars, and right now, there's a war happening between Israel and in Gaza, which is very devastating. I mean, it has caused so much harm, it's caused so much ill. We could see so much destruction, we could see so much loss of lives, and this gets poets to write about things, to write about what they feel, to write about what they see in their society, to write about, exchanges of human life for money, for politics, for religion, whatsoever the case may be. And this is so indicting in the fact that it puts a poet in a position where he's put between his conscience and what the society actually brings toward him. So today I have in the US with me a poet from Oklahoma City, James Coburn. Good morning, Mr. James.
Good morning, Emeka. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's nice to talk to you. I mean, myself, I was just watching the devastation and the calamitous, outrage of mortar shells, destruction, in Gaza, between Israel and the Palestinians. So I felt bad about that. And when I saw you write a piece, when I saw you write pieces about that, I thought, oh, why don't you come and share your piece, which is so lovely. So you're going to be presenting a piece for us, two pieces for us. One is called Silence in the Breadline.
Okay. There is silence in the breadline where no one stands. Time has stopped where voices reverberated minutes ago. For I am dead in this crowded chamber of dust to dust. Do you hear me where ears abandon the cries they fear, unable to cross their ideologies with life? Brothers are coming, strangers with arms in anguish, removing bricks upon us where we were handed bread. Soup for our children, soup for our grandmothers, soup for another day, for our neighbors being targeted in strawberry fields, where a poet was silenced in his dreams. The moon at night is a little halo crossing the last breath.
Okay, you have another piece titled Endangered Species.
Yes, I do. And I'm going to read it. I'm going to open my book and actually read it out of the book I wrote with Mabizo Charaza of Zimbabwe a few years ago. So I'll put my glasses on. All right. Endangered species. Shape-sifting ignorance, hunting man, so afraid of enlightenment, you spin oppression. Deception is your tool to plunder. You fear voices in the wilderness, crossing rivers, revealing your stench, your vortex of bile rotting your gut. Words of poets synthesize with sun, magnify your indifference. Isolated, we see what you are made of. Villages starve amid dust. Rivers are dammed upstream. Neither life nor money flow, leaving grasslands dry where water falls in tears. Poet, sense your pulse. We are leopards of the night, searching phantom land of corporate jungle, seething against silk curtains with eyes on manicured nails. Leopards stretch on the prowl, make midnight runs down cityscapes lit by full moon, rub against wine bars and traffic lights as taxis swish through rain puddles filling asphalt cracks. Claws mark trails denied at press conferences invade marble hunting ground, a rebellion of words blow away, the corrupt dictators of the world, and climate deniers clenching plastic cups and sipping morning coffee on the 44th floor window. Made to order metropolis view of bodies eking out a living. Starvation. Bullets ricochet, killing a mother carrying bread. Leopards rush around corners, leap against balconies, sniff desks, finding jungle flowers fossilized amid stoic faces. Cats hunt down hallways, panting, tongues hanging low, knowing night must fall and somebody left the light on. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, I just want to ask one question, and that's what do you think is the solution to this global crisis of war? I mean, is it political? Do you think it's religious? Do you think it's for lands? Do you think it's for reputation? And why can't men back down from, when they've started wars? Why is their ego and their pride so put in the forefront?
Well, this is something that's been going on for eons, ever since I think man walked out of a cave and noticed that he had neighbors and they didn't trust each other. And nothing's really changed from then. There are people who live peacefully because they embrace compassion and love. But we have this problem with people, certain people in leadership who want power, like Adolf Hitler did, and Joseph Stalin did, and millions of people die. And I was very sorry on October 7th when Israel was invaded by parachuters, actually, and they took over 200 hostages. And I think, there were just people who were at a concert. They just took them arbitrarily. And 50 of them hostages are still probably underground, if they're still alive. So many of them have died. And I'm very worried and depressed because at this very moment that I'm talking, there are women and children and men who are dying of starvation in Gaza. The landscape there looks like a moonscape. It's just gray and it's rubble. I don't know how these people live or what they're doing. They're living in the streets or living among rocks. And it's terrifying for those people. And I wonder what the psychological effect of them will be on the children as they grow up and what they'll think about foreign nations then, because it's being
Yes, like
printed.
psychological, like it's affecting them psychologically. I mean,
Yeah, so it's very. I just hope that nations can come together and work out a solution. It hasn't worked before, but maybe Gaza needs its own place.
okay. Thank you so much, Mr. James, for coming on the program. I mean, I've been
Thank you
seeing all
so
this
much.
Middle Eastern stuff happen. Sometimes we also get the narratives wrong. I mean, Israel and Egypt, right from the Bible, as archaic as the book is, they've been fighting. So when I saw an Egyptian president like Anwar Sadat try to go and get peace, with Israel, I just thought to myself, this narrative needs to change, and we need people with different ideologies who can actually change this narrative. So thanks, Mr. James, for coming on the program. I do appreciate your voice.
All right. Thank you so much.
All
Have a
right.
good day.
Okay. My lovely viewers all across the world, I hope you have enjoyed watching your Poetic Interlude on the Weekend Show. I just want to say no wars, no bloodshed, no weapons dispersed. We should live in a peaceful society. Stay tuned because we have more coming up for you on the Weekend Show after this break.